Welcome to the Spotlight Series podcast. I'm your host, Slick Sean. Man, I got the dopest gig in the world. I get to have conversations with entertainers and entrepreneurs and listen to their inspiring stories. You can stream the podcast at spotlightseries.net, watch on Roku TV, Facebook Watch, IGTV, and listen on all podcast platforms. In a world full of darkness, the spotlight is on you. What's good, world? This is Slick Sean, the host of the Spotlight Series podcast. Hey, yo, this brother I got on with me today in the spotlight, he's a TEDx performer. He's the host of the longest running open mic in South Carolina, the Say What open mic in Greenville, South Carolina. He's won Best Host of an Open Mic Venue. He's won a Gunsper Award for Best Poet in the Nation. He's a motivational speaker, a comedian, a positive hip-hop artist, among many other things. Welcome to the Spotlight, Moody BlaCK. What's good, bro?
Man, everything is great, man. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you, man. For real.
Likewise, man. Thanks for coming on, man. You know, that's one of the joys of the things I do, man. I get to interview. I say interview, but it's really a conversation.
Yeah,
I get to have conversations with unique people like yourself, man.
Man, I'm honored and humble, bro. I'm honored and humble, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So how you been? What's been going on with you?
I've been great, man. It's been grinding, but it's been great. You know what I'm saying? I have no complaints at all, man, that I'm able to really do what I love. You know what I'm saying? At this capacity. So I'm good, man. My eyes a little puffy, you know. Either sleep late, wake up early, but I love it, man. I love the life I live.
I know, right, man? It's like you burn the candle on both ends, you know what I'm saying?
Man, no doubt, man.
Up early.
Yeah. But as older I got, man, I'm gotten to more appreciate the time I need to take away. You know, sometimes you gotta take a break. You know, so I do relax a little. I mean, watch my nerd movies. You know, I mean my Marvel comic movies or something, man. I do relax a little bit. So I get it
definitely
in there,
Marvel. Yeah, I'm
yes,
definitely team Marvel myself, man.
Yes.
How you feeling about the new lineup video that they did about the next 2 years?
I'm excited, man. But it's kind of like, where do you go? You know, once you spent 10 years or 22 movies, like on this ride, you're like, okay, maybe we got to start back over. Okay, we see.
Right, it's the low part of the roller coaster.
You're like, how you gonna beat that? You know what I'm saying?
Right, side-eyeing and like, whoa, what'd you say? What is it? What's the one that's coming out? Widow, or what's it? The Black Widow?
Oh, Black Widow. I do want to see that. I do want to see her.
It look good. It do look good.
Yeah, because I still feel like that's part of the other phase, because it's still tying up some loose ends. You know what I'm saying? So I still consider that part of that, you know, because it's gonna have a lot of reference to the other movies. So I still feel that's part of that family. Yeah.
But that Eternals with Angelina Jolie, I kind of side-eyed that one a little bit.
It better be good. That's all I'm saying. It better be good. Me and Mama gonna be beefing, man. We gonna be beefing.
Right, the beef will be real, right?
Yeah. What y'all doing, man? We was good. Good.
For sure. So are you into like the Disney Plus, the television shows also?
Yeah. I of course, when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, here they go. Here they go. Man, come on, what y'all doing? TV shows, what? But I love it, man. WandaVision turned out to be great. Man, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier off the rip was dope to me. I was like, whoa. Yeah. You know, but I was still kind of curious how they gonna work that thing, but it was good, man. And I like the fact that they actually got on some stuff they didn't cover in the movie, the real life stuff, especially with racism. I was like, yo, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
For sure.
Especially talking about how the Muslims, they don't really get paid. like, wait a minute, I'm just saying, y'all, I say the whole galaxy. Y'all can't give me nothing. Ain't no salary. Right. Y'all breathing costing me. Y'all was dust. Yeah, I came back from a blip. Yeah.
Crazy.
Me and my sister can't get no loan.
Right.
So yeah, that was real. I enjoyed watching that part of it.
Yeah, no doubt. So where you from, man?
Man, Spartanburg, South Carolina, man. I'm in Greenville now. We're just 25 miles up the road. But been in South Carolina all my life, man.
Dope. So I saw where you started doing your thing around, what is it, 12?
Yeah, man. I've always been into art. My mom, I always salute my mom, man. She got us into that, man, especially like the poetry aspect. You know, like 11, 12, you ain't trying to read that. My mom trying to make us read. I was like, man, I don't want to read this. She was like, but it's crazy how she was really presenting us with the Langston Hugheses and Maya Angelou's and Nikki Giovanni's. I'm like, But I found this book on my mom's bookshelf. We was where we stayed in the hood. We had this long hallway, and the only thing in the hallway was that one bookshelf. It had three shelves on it. And I was bored one day, man. I'm going through it, and I found this book, and the book was called This Time Called Life by Walter Render. He was a hippie writer, you know what I'm saying, back in the 60s, whatever. Matter of fact, the book came out like 1971, 72. But I saw these pictures. You know, we looking at pictures first. We looking for pictures. Yeah. And I saw these pictures of young people hanging out, nature, and they cool. I'm like, okay, this scene's pretty cool, especially see young people. I'm young too. I'm like, okay. And each page had a poem with it. So I started reading the poem. I ended up reading that book the whole day. It was just about being young and free. Who don't want to be young and free when you're young? So that it drew me in. You know what I'm saying? It drew me in. So it was a wrap since then, man. And I went back to read the stuff my mom wanted me to read. I had a deep appreciation after that. Once I found out there's a connectivity with it. You know what I'm saying? There's a way you can connect with it. So that allowed me to appreciate that. Then, you know, of course, got into hip hop. You know, we all heard the Sugar Hill Gang and all that stuff. But what got me when I was at my grandma's house, we didn't have cable. My grandma had cable because she got it for her grandbaby. Granny got cable for a grandchildren. And I was this boy, I'm flipping. And I saw these two dudes come up and they like all black in these derbies and stuff, man. And like, oh, they talking about, they start rapping, going back and forth. It blew my mind. So I was like, Run DMC, they were live at the Fun House in New York. I'm like, oh my God, this is some different kind of stuff here. And how they changed the game, man. And they're the reason I still wear Adidas to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Run DMC did it for me. So I'm like, yo, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they was too cool, man.
Yeah.
Smooth as butter, baby. There was a lot of dope artists out around that time. Like my tutelage was for sure Slick Rick. That's kind of how I got my Slick Sean name. Homage to him.
Okay.
And also LL Cool J, because I was a poet at first. I think I started when I was like 13 writing poetry. And man, when I heard on Bad, man, that song was like, it blew my mind, man. Like, because, even though, Run DMC was really doing their thing long before then, but man, the way LL repped on Bad, that's all I needed, man. Like, I learned that song from beginning to end, and it was over.
But I mean, you could help that. Dun, 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 dun. I was watching Lord Jamar podcast. I didn't know because I think it's an up north thing. He sampled, I think Bobcat, whoever did the track, sampled a cartoon that came out. I didn't never heard of. I forgot. I gotta go back and look at the podcast. It's a cartoon I never heard of.
Inspector Gadget. It kind of sounds like that.
It's some stuff that down here I ain't never heard of. Yeah, never heard. I watch cartoons religiously, but it's some kind of stuff that just people slept on down here. It was some kind of weird name cartoon. I remember that. But it's that dun 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 dun. I'm like, oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. So yeah, LL salute.
Man, for sure that. So what was life like, man, in Spartanburg growing up?
Man, of course, being a fellow Southerner, we got it secondhand. We got hip hop, everything secondhand, but we put our own spin on it, man. So just really studying the game and listening to music, like you said, listen to LL, you get inspired. Listen to all that stuff, man. So we're trying to emulate that. It was till like I got grown that I realized, man, I ain't got to sound like no cats.
That's right.
I could be all stuff, especially Outkast came along, like made you feel good and proud about being who we are as Southerners, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to conform because we life up there is different than life up here, man. It's a fast pace, concrete. Well, we got the woods here, man. We got that. We can smell the clean air. You know what I'm saying? We can smell. Grandma Betty frying that chicken or something like that. All that plays into who we are and how we have our own rhythm. We have our own stride. They say we slow now, man. We just move cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure, man.
And I still pay homage to that, but it's cool to embrace who we are, man. But it's just like life, man. Being as a kid, outside playing, we had to be home for the street lights come on,
Yeah.
So we use our imaginations, we in the woods doing whatever. So yeah, it's typical stuff, man, but just in the Southern vibe. I had to cut off jeans.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that, man. Just it was cool, man. Life is cool.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed life, growing up myself, because I'm from a different era than this era right now. So times are a
Right.
lot different, man. We had
Yeah.
so much fun, man.
Yeah.
We pretty much was out all day. I would come home just for lunch, and then at the
Yep.
end of the night at dinner when the street light came
So
on,
you
because
gotta
we
get
knew
home.
when to
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah. Was it, believe it or not, which is crazy. It's a lot. It was, and it sounds crazy. It was safer times, even though the stuff still existed, but it wasn't out, and people weren't as bold. Like we knew it was some crazy back then, but it wasn't as bold as it is now, man. Like it was
Yeah.
safe for us to your parents to trust that they in the neighborhood or that boy he out there somewhere. But they weren't going too far. You know what I'm saying? And then it taught you certain rules, like what to do and not to do on your own just by being out there. You know what I'm saying? Then you had a community that look out for everybody. That stuff is kind of missing there.
Yeah, it is missing now. Used to, your neighbor could tell you, boy, quit doing that or doing that, but it stopped when kids start cussing grown folks out.
Dude, that's crazy to me. That still baffles me, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's a grown up, dude. What you doing?
Right. Like, what is I don't know
Yeah.
who raised you. That's
Who
all.
raised you?
Right.
Who raised you?
So I want you to tell everybody, man, how to follow you, man. How do they listen to your music? How do they follow you on social media? Drop the handles and everything.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you asked. Man, look here, man. First, my website is like my handle for everything. I am Moody BlaCK. No special spellings. It is how it sounds. I am MoodyBlaCK.com. And I am Moody BlaCK on Twitter. I am Moody BlaCK on Spotify. I mean, IG. You know what I'm saying? But I am on Spotify, iTunes. Just type of Moody BlaCK. My album just dropped last July called Manifest. You know what I'm saying? Because once I really learned that, man, you really put out there what you want and work hard for it, man. You can get it. You can get it, man. No different than you say, you know what, I'm gonna do a podcast one day. And you did it, so you stayed at the game, put the work in, man. Now you got a show, you got all kinds of people coming up in here. So it just really, speaking that thing, man, I really want to put that out there for everybody, man. So I'm really proud of the album. We had the Upstate South Carolina Music Awards. I initially was nominated in 5 categories for my album. Then I was a finalist in 2. And this past Sunday was the actual award. I won Artist of the Year, dog.
Oh,
The album.
wow.
Yeah,
Congrats, man.
Dude, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s. And I beat out people in all genres. I mean, even the young cats. And no disrespect to them, because some of the competition, I learned their music. I'm like, whoa, this stuff is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's big, bro.
Somebody believed enough what I was doing and my grind. I'm out there grinding hard every day. Either in the streets, I'm giving CDs away on social media. I'm posting stuff every day on every platform. I'm handing out business cards. I'm at the gas station, wherever I am. I don't care if my kids somewhere. I see somebody like they might be into the arts. Hey, man, my name is Woody BlaCK. Give me my card. This is what I do. So somebody saw, or committee saw fit enough to say, hey, this dude got some good stuff here. It's impactful. Artist of the Year. So yeah, I'm proud of that. Still ain't sunk in yet. My homeboy called me every day, man, it's sunk in yet. It was just this past Sunday. And I'm like, I guess I'm on, like, okay, what's next? I guess it's my mind frame. What's next? I ain't like, oh my God, I won. I ain't got there yet. Man. Because I'm kind of like, okay, I'm gonna leverage this thing. Okay, I can keep moving. So I'm just built like that, man. It's the hustler in me.
Yeah, man, congrats on that, man. Big ups to that, bro. Man, that's another thing I wanted to ask, because I know a few years ago I was seeing you on the spoken word scene, but now, man, I got a chance. I hadn't had a chance to listen to your whole album, man, but I had a chance to listen to them cuts. Boy, you sound like just straight up hip hop. Now I know it's all one and the same, but tell us a little bit about the spoken word, and then that album ain't no spoken word album from what I read. I heard.
I probably did like maybe 10 seconds of a poem on my hip hop album. I think it's 2 tracks. I may say a little something, but I'm rhyming the whole album.
Bruh, that's lit, boy.
but once I got into poetry, I started doing hip hop at the same time, 11 and 12. I was doing both. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Me and my partner, shout out my man Johnny C. Weaver. He's a poet too, but we had a rap group growing up as teenagers, man. And, we want to be the Run DMCs of the South. You know what I mean? So, but as I got older and I would still do poems, people were like, yo, I want you to come speak at my church, host this event for me. Come do this, come do that. Then folks were like, man, hey, I'll pay you to come do some that. I'm like, y'all gonna pay me for my poems? All right, then. So I took it real serious, man. So yeah, so that paper, like even I'm a visual artist. I draw and paint. And after a while, that was too slow motion for me. But the poetry was just picking up. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, let me switch gears and let me focus on this part of my grind. You know what I'm saying? And really hone that craft. So now I'm able to do this. I can do poems full time. Like I'm a teaching artist. So I go into schools and teach kids poetry. You know, even though the pandemic I had to switch it up to virtual stuff, that kind of slowed me down a little bit. But you know, that's the bulk of my income is teaching, the teaching artistry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to do poetry and people pay me to come out, feature, or I set up tours, I go to colleges. So I'm able to do that. So once I got several years in that, I was able to, okay, let me put this aside and start really, you know, because I love hip hop, man. I love rhyming. I love, you know, getting a dope beat and telling the story over. I put my life on it. So I'm like, I never gave that up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna stack a little bit, and I really poured a lot into this album, man. You know what I'm saying? So, plus when you go through some things in life, you know, matter of fact, shout out to my man DeMilo. He's the executive producer of my album. He's been signed. He's from Greenville. He's been signed a long time ago, and we became brothers, man. So I was going through my second divorce, what have you. And I was just going through it one day. I said, man, you know what? I can't let this dream die. And I hit him up, man. I said, man, I want you to be over this project, man. I'm just going to turn it over to you because I done did this 20-something years my way and I ain't got signed yet. So, man, something I'm doing ain't working. I said, bro, you been in it. So, and it's been a blessing, man. You know, he kind of overseeing the project. And we put out what we think is good quality material, man, that everybody loves. And even when I go to school, I went to school recently and I did one of my joints a cappella. One of the kids start making a beat on the table, and I just start going with it. And like these young people loving it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm able to extend my lane to all, you know, all ages, man. I can get somebody our ages to it. I got some teenagers to it, and they loving it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm comfortable knowing that we put out a product that everybody can enjoy. Now, and I'm true to my lane. I ain't trying to make no music for any of these young cats that doing what they're doing. You know, that ain't my thing. But there's a lot of young people who love what I do as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be true to who I am and speak my truth, tell my story, you know. And if you want to rock with it, come on, ride with me then. That's cool.
Yeah, man. I wish you much success with the project and everything,
I appreciate
man, with that track and the whole album, everything. I got a track queued up, man. I'm about to play right now. It's called Enjoy the Ride, featuring Stephanie Songbird Ivy.
Yeah.
Right here, about to play it on Spotlight Series here. Let's get it.
Let's get it back. Nah, man.
Great day to be alive. Forget about your problems and just clear your mind. You only get one life, so just enjoy the
southbound in the minivan, but I make it feel cool like a ceiling fan. As I'm driving in Charleston over fancy bridges, with my polo button up plus my fancy britches. It's that sunset dripping on the landscape. The gentle breeze will seal the deal like a handshake. I'm barefoot on the beach, I feel the soft sand. Living what I manifested like a boss man. I hear the waves crashing, and it's so majestic. It's like the universe be talking, I decode the message, and I behold the method. It's like a science to me. Laws of attraction, it's a sign to me. Call it Yahweh, Jehovah, Buddha, Allah. I'm quoting Kanye, it's magic like tie-dye. It's all about the feeling, so let your head down and soak up all this healing, yeah.
It's a great day to be alive. Forget about your problems and just clear your mind. You only get one life, so just enjoy the ride. It's a great day to be alive.
It's family time, grilling in the backyard, overwhelmed with joy. Now you wondering if that's God. If the shoe fits, you best to walk with it. On the main line, you better talk with it. It's your daddy cooking, it's your mama smiling. While your cousin them in line, they electric sliding. And the kids running, got your aunties fussing. And at the space table, they got your uncle cussing. But it's all love, trust me when I say it, folk. You gotta set with hope just to stay afloat. Don't you hear the music? Don't you feel the vibe? Can't you smell what's cooking? Don't you feel alive? Let them see the sparkles, the diamonds in your eyes. I press the gem from the pressure when you press the fine. That it's a cold world, but you can make it kind. Like watching Good Times when they had some good times.
I like it, I really, really like it. It's a great day, great day. So come on, let's enjoy it. It's a great day to be alive. Forget about your problems and just clear your mind. You only get one life, so just enjoy the ride. It's a great day to be alive. I like it, I like it.
Yeah. It's that electric sliding. It's that styrofoam cup with your name on it so you keep up with it. It's that beautiful day and the clouds fluffy. And everybody smiling. Everybody loving. It's when we manifested, y'all. Let's enjoy the ride.
Make sure y'all go listen to his album Manifest on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
I enjoy that track, bro.
I mean, I appreciate it, man. What's crazy, the album was already done. That was the last track on the album, man. Mm-hmm. I was going to use that for the next album I'm working on, man. And the lady who was supposed to be on it initially, she ended up leaving out the country. And I'm like, man, okay, I saved it for later. And I host a IG Live open mic. And Stephanie came on one day and started singing. I'm like, yo, we got to work together. As a matter of fact, I may have something to get on. And I sent the track to her the same night. The next day, she hit me up I've been singing all day. She said, I got something for it. I said, matter of fact, so I'm about to go to the studio. I'm working on my own song. I can go ahead and lay this down for you now. I'm like, yeah, shoot. We did the paperwork. I sent her some bread. Man, the next night, she had it laid out. Like, I'm like, shoot, I had like another week for my album came out. I'm like, man, I hit my man up. I said, this got to go on the album, bro. This got to go on the album. And it's the biggest track on the album, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the biggest track. Everybody love it because it brings you that feel like, nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I'm like, wow, this the track that I'm barely made it. It's like the biggest hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it be too, man. I heard a lot of stories like that, man. You know, when So what's your creative process, man, when you write your songs and things like that? Do you basically just kind of think about what you're gonna do, or you just kind of sit down and let it flow out?
A combination of both, man. Sometimes like it's a track on my album called Kang, K-A-N-G, Kang. Not King, it's Kang, you know, I'm being southern with it. But it's talk about just us as men trying to struggle with, the whole monogamy thing, or just trying to be faithful, man, and just but we love women though at the same time. So I had the concept, man. I just started writing these verses. And the dude, shout out my man Enon, he was sending me some beats. I'm like, yo, I like this beat, man. He had a lot of samples. I said, take this out. And I just started flowing with it. I already had most of the lyrics already written. So I already know where I wanted to go. So it's a couple of songs like I know what I want to talk about. But there's some song I listen to beat and I'm just going with it. Whoa, this is taking me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I let it guide me. So it's kind of half and half of the album. Some of those tracks I already knew what I wanted to do, and I found the beat to complement it. some tracks somebody sent me the beat. I'm like, man, don't let this beat talk to me. Don't let the ancestors talk to me.
Yeah.
And see what the pen push, So
Right,
yeah, it's a combination.
That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, I see that you're a motivational speaker, man. So what inspires
Yes,
you to be a motivational speaker to inspire others?
Man, I just, for a long time, man, people told me something I may have talked about or said had inspired them or motivated them. And I'm like, well, I might as well let me stop playing with it. And when I do speak, I always give my disclaimer, man, by no means, I ain't no perfect person. I'm a flawed human being, just like y'all. I'm just gonna give you my perspective. And people connect with me that way because I ain't trying to be on this pedestal or untouchable, like a lot of them that we regard or revere, you know. But then I just really started studying the game. Like Eric Thomas is my dude, man. If y'all ain't heard of Eric Thomas YouTube, that dude is real. He t-shirt, shorts, jeans, baseball cap. He raw. He tell you a story. He's real excitable. I consider myself very energetic. So that really like, you know what, this dude could do it. I could do this thing serious too. Because people already been telling me that I could, some of my words motivate them. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my thing. Yeah, I actually created a separate YouTube channel. My brand is called Making Words Move as far as the educational part, but I put my motivational stuff on there too. So I got a couple of speeches I've done, certain places people ask me to come speak. And I just kind of just give my perspective, man. That's why I look at it. I don't feel like I'm this, quote unquote stereotypical motivational speaker or this prominent figure that's got to be a certain way. I'm me, and I'm flawed, but I'm trying to evolve, and I want people to evolve, be the better version of themselves as well. So that's my angle, man. I just kind of just speak, what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I'm able to do it artistically. I can put a little poetry in there every now and then. I throw a bar in there to bring some people in, So yeah.
Yeah. So talk to me about some of these, a couple of these accomplishments, man. I see that you won the Gonspur Award for Best Poet in the Nation and also Best Host of an Open Mic Venue, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like the fruits of hard work, man. How did that come about?
Man, like you say, man, I just, like I said, when I was going through my divorce several years ago, man, I was just like, I've been putting so much work in. I mean, all these relationships. I have these people on speed dial. Let me use these things. Let me use these people I know. And I just took the jump. I took a leap of faith, and I started putting together these shows and tours, and I started getting involved in schools. And it's still a challenge. I tell people it's going to be a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Some days the checks are coming in, and it's great. Some days I'm like, where the money at? Yo, yeah. I got baby mamas like, hey, man, you said. Yo, you said this week. Yeah, I'm like, dude. I'm like, come on. So it definitely challenge, but I enjoy the struggle. It's a beautiful struggle, as Talib Kweli once stated. It's a beautiful struggle, man. But yeah, man, people see it. People see your work. People see what I was doing. My supporters, they came in, something come up, and somebody maybe nominated me for something. I was like, all right, y'all, hey, this is what I'm nominated for. Y'all need y'all. And they'll come in, they show support, and they vote for your boy. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, they come in and they show support, man. So I'm very thankful and grateful and humbled by it.
Dope, man. Definitely glad that you doing your thing, man. You're an inspiration to many people, man. I definitely love your work and just keep pushing, doing what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
Just want to ask, what would you give people for words of encouragement, man, that's just trying to make it into entertainment or just try to complete a dream? What's an encouraging word you could give to them?
Man, don't give up. Manifest what you want. Put it in front of you. Write it down, man. You got to see it every day, but you got to put the work. I think a lot of times people think manifest, I'm going to speak and it's going to happen magically. Nah, man. You can, I don't care what religious path anybody walk. Every doctor can tell you got to put work in. What is it? Faith without works is dead. It's all kind of things you can quote. But the bottom line is you got to work. You got to work. Work is the main part of it, man. Even when I did a speech and I talked about how people say, work smarter, not harder. And I tell people, what's the first word of that sentence, though? Work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even you working smarter, you still got to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So people make that phrase up because they don't want to work. But still, you have to work smarter. You still work. Working is the verb part of that sentence. You cannot evade it. You can't run from it. You got to roll your sleeves up. Work, period. So work hard at your dream, manifest it. And don't give up, man. Even when it gets dark, daytime always comes. You know, even in the dark, daytime coming the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just know the light's coming.
No doubt, man. That's some wise words, man. Y'all better take heed, man. Y'all heard it right here. Hey, man. So I hear you talking about manifestations a lot. Do you do any new moon or full moon manifestations or anything like that?
I ain't mean to laugh, man.
You probably ain't never been asked that, have you?
Never. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now I'm very in tune, man. I like a lot of the stuff that goes about. I respect anybody that do it. You know, I ain't got fully there yet, but you know, I meditate occasionally, man. You know, every now and then I talk to myself and I talk to my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I may not be that extreme. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. You know, I said, no, this because people do it, man. That's cool. I do my thing. I respect everybody else's processes. You know, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I don't really pay homage to the moon like I should.
Hey, look.
I'm working on me, y'all.
As long as we get there, it don't matter how we get there, right?
Exactly, y'all. You know, I'm working on me.
But you know, what made me ask, man, was because a lot of people that talk a lot about it, they into like the new moon and stuff like that. Like I myself, like I'll be writing down my intentions for the new moon, and you know, like you said, but the best part of what you said is one thing to write it down and to intend to do something, but if you don't put that work in, it don't happen.
Right. So like I said, I applaud it, man. Like I said, and I understand the connection because we're a part of everything around us, man. Everything in the galaxy, we're made up of it. So I understand the why we have to do that with the moon and stuff like that. But my thing is, I guess I'm just so hood focused. I don't care what what comes about. You got to work. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You got to hustle. You got to grind. I don't care the new moon, old moon, pink moon, blue moon. You got to do that regardless. See, that's my take on it. That's what I'm saying. No disrespect anybody to do it, but end of the day, you got to do it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, but if that makes you focus because of new moon, hey, go for it. But I'm like, you should be focused. Period. Regardless, I don't care what it is. If you want it, go get it.
There it is. Go get it. Man, I appreciate you, man, for stopping through, man. It's been
I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, in a world full of darkness, the spotlight is on you, bro. Thanks for watching Spotlight Series Podcast. I'm your host, Slick Sean. You can follow on Facebook, Spotlight Series Podcast, on IG, spotlight.series1. You can stream the podcast at spotlightseries.net, watch on Roku TV, Facebook Watch, IGTV, and stream on all podcast listening platforms. In a world full of darkness, the spotlight is on you.